State of Search.
This is the State of Search News Roundup for week 32, August 16th, 2010. The State of Search News Roundup is provided by stateofsearch.com, where we look at what's going on in the world of search and social. Hi, here we are again with another episode of the State of Search News Roundup. We try to give you the important news of what went on last week in the world of social and search. And be sure to check out the website stateofsearch.com, where you can find all the links to the articles and topics discussed here. So here's what we highlighted for you this week. This week we talk about Google's Streetview, deaths or not death, the new keyword research tool, Schmidt talking acquisitions, and social sites doing well, and a lot more. We'll start off with an amusing piece of news. Google Streetview never seems to fail when it comes to being a source for funny images. Last week, another one made the news. 10-year-old Azura Bibi John was playing dead with a friend in Worcestershire, England, when the Streetview car drove by. It now looks on Streetview as if there was a body lying on the site. It caused quite the stir-up in the UK and around the world when it was discovered last week. The images, which now have been removed, can be seen on the Daily Mail website, and Streetview just never seems to stop amazing. We stay with Google because Google last week finally launched a updated keyword tool. It had been in beta for a year already, but now Google feels it's time to get the best from both the keyword tool and the search-based keyword tool into one comprehensive tool. They decided it's time to launch it now, after a year of beta, and the new tool, which has not been received well by everybody, has several new features like flexible search options, search by any combination of keyword, website, category, etc., statistics for mobile search, data filters based on local searches, removing duplicate keywords, adding negative keywords, and more. Be sure to check it out and try out whether it works or not. There's no ignoring the fact that Facebook is doing well when it comes to page views. The latest number from Hitwise show that Facebook gets no less than 1 out of 6 UK page views. That makes the site the most biggest site in the UK when it comes to page views, by far, being followed by Google and eBay on a distance. In terms of total visits, however, it continues to trail Google.uk, who is still leading there. Hitwise, however, also believes that Facebook might hit saturation point any day now. Growth has slowed significantly over the last 6 months, and we can see that by average time spent on the site, which has also been stabilized over the last 6 months after an increasing rapidly before. So it might just be that the growth of Facebook has reached its max. Bloggers get to work. An article over at the Bruce Clay blog by Virginia Nussey tells us blogging for SEO only works if you do it daily. Well, almost. The blog post writes about social media blogger Justin Konowki, who decided to try out what works better. For the last 3 months, Justin blogged weekly instead of daily, wanting to increase the quality of the posts. His experiment showed that decreasing post frequency resulted in fewer visitors and lower Alexa ranking. The article, however, doesn't speak about the quality of readers, thus conversion, so there's still a discussion open for that. Google, back to Google. Google's becoming quite the shopper. In an interview last week, Eric Schmidt announced Google is buying more companies faster than they intended last year, when Google said it was going to buy one company a month. They are now buying one company every few weeks, and Google announced or completed at least 18 acquisitions already this year. So Google's really buying different companies. And their latest acquisition, only a couple of days ago, when Google bought Jambool, a social currency company, shows that Google at the moment is especially interested in the social side of things when it comes to buying companies. Meanwhile, the story which we reported on last week, where Google and Verizon were said to be announcing the end of net neutrality, has evolved. After a lot of criticism on different blog posts around the internet, Google responded with no less than 2 blog posts on their official blog, trying first to explain that everybody who was criticizing criticizing was wrong, and after that trying to involve the crowd into it. It still is a vague story, but something's up when Google responds like this. For those using Twitter, it might not be a surprise, but a study performed by UK firm ICD shows that social networking sites are now competing with news publishers as sources of breaking news and information. The top destination for news seekers in the UK is still the BBC website, where 50.4% of people set to go for breaking news. In second place, however, come social networking sites like Twitter and Facebook with 18.5%. Staying with social, some may disagree on whether or not Twitter is a search engine, but Twitter doesn't seem to be anyone anymore if you look at it search-wise from their own point of view. ProgrammableWeb.com noticed that you can now search only 4 days back in Twitter instead of the several months which it was a couple of months ago. This indicates Twitter is no longer trying to be a search engine, and Twitter itself says the size of the index fluctuates based on the number of tweets being made, which means that the more tweets there are, the shorter the index period is. So stop tweeting, or otherwise we won't be able to find them back. We end off with a bit of happy news. This week SCS San Francisco starts. It will be visited of course by State of Search bloggers, but also by Manchester SEO Julie Chung. She won the contest on State of Search last week, where we gave away tickets, a free ticket to the conference. We are looking forward to how she experiences her first ever conference, and wish her a lot of fun and knowledge. As said, it's SCS San Francisco this week, and State of Search will be there, so be sure to check out our special SCS page on the website and follow us on Twitter to find out what's going on in San Francisco. We'll be trying to update regularly, so you are warned, there might be a lot of tweets coming by. Well, that's it again for this week. Be sure to follow us on Twitter, state_of_search, and the website stateofsearch.com. All the links to the articles mentioned in this episode again are available on the website. Also be sure to tune in for our Webmaster Radio show on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Central European Time, which is 2 p.m. Eastern Time. I hope you enjoyed it again, and we'll tune in next time for a State of Search news roundup. Thank you, have a good week, bye bye.